Video is in response to the people that wanted to know the differences in the M1 Garand and the M14. Of course, this is the M1 Garand and this is the M14. And the first thing you notice that's different is the M14 has the detachable magazine. And everything about the M14 has really been simplified compared to the Garand, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. Anyway, you see the M14's got a flash suppressor, and you can remove it if you want to. It's got a nut on it you can take off, and of course the gas system is a little bit different. When the rifle fires, the bullets passing through the barrel, some of the gas from the cartridge goes down through a little hole right here. Drives a little piston back, drives that charging handle back, catches your next round. And it's probably a good system since these rifles can be made fully automatic. And they work pretty good too. Actually, I think the biggest problem was recoil. You know, 308 round, there's a lot of recoil, especially in full auto, when it's hard to hold on target. Now I think that was basically the main thing that was wrong. Alright, on the Garand, when it fires, bullets passing through the barrel, it goes almost all the way to the end before the gas goes down through a little hole right here, right under the sight. And it drives the charging handle back, and bolt and everything, catches the next round, basically the same thing. When you pull the bolt back on the M14, if the magazine's unloaded, it's going to stay back. And take your magazine out, it's got a little button right here you push towards the front of the rifle, and you rock the magazine forward, it comes out. And you notice the bolt stayed back. And see, the magazine's not holding that bolt. It's got another part in here that's holding it, another little catch in there. You don't have to worry about it coming to on your thumb. And if you wanted to release that bolt, all you have to do is pull back on it, and it'll come right to. And if you wanted to pull it back and lock it back, you wouldn't have to put this magazine in. All you have to do is pull it back, pull down on that little catch right there, and it'll hold it back. You can see the little catch on the side right there. Alright, you can put your magazine in, and say you was firing the rifle and you just out there, you know, just messing around or whatever, and you ran out of ammunition, you can reload it. Reload the magazine like this if you want to. You don't have to worry about that bolt coming to you on your thumb. Just put them rounds in there, and when you get all the rounds in, just pull back on your bolt and it'll catch your first round and put it in for you. It's not, you don't have to worry about it coming to you on your thumb. Okay, on the Garand, of course, you pull the bolt back, it locks back just like I've shown before. You know, put your clip in, you got this 8-round clip. They make 2-round clips and 5-round clips now for like competitions and stuff. Then when you push that magazine all the way down till it locks, you know, just like I've shown before. And when that follower goes down, of course, the bolt's gonna go too. But to tear them down, to take them down, they're basically the same. You just pull up on the trigger guard or down, whichever way, and the whole trigger assembly comes out. Same way with the Garand. And I like to clean these together. Some people like to take them apart. You can take them apart if you want to. I'd rather just leave them together and clean them together. But anyway, you can take the stock off. My Garand's a little bit tighter than the M14. And it still looks, you know, similar, but Just like I said, the M14 is simpler. It's a lot simpler in design. got fewer parts, which means fewer parts to lose. Relieve the tension on your spring. You can pull back on your little catch right there, little pin. It comes right out. And you can take your charging handle, it comes out, bolt comes out. You can take this little nut, turn it counterclockwise till it comes out. You can see right here what it looks like. You can clean up inside it so it'll get up in it. Because like I said, the gas is coming down through that barrel right there, right behind it. It's driving this piston. You can take this piston out if you want to. It's got a guide on it, got a flat spot on it. And the guide that it runs through has got a flat spot, so it's got to go in a certain way. You have to rock this other piece up to get it out. You can take this piece completely off if you want to. Take your flash suppressor off and loosen that up and take that off. But it's not necessary. All you got to do is rock that up and your piston will come out. You need to clean up inside there. Make sure that's good and clean. And that's basically all there is. You know, get to this point right here. This stage right here is really as far down as you need to go. Of course, go ahead and take your internal parts out of your Garand. Relieve your tension on your spring just like you did the M14. Push your get a little pin that comes out. Take your spring out and all your internal parts coming out. You take your follower out if you want to. The bolt comes out, charging handle comes out. And clean all these parts so it'll get caked up on these parts. And clean them all up. Mine stays spotless. Right after I get through shooting either one of these rifles, I clean them. Clean them down where you can eat off of them if you wanted to. But then to put it all back together, just make sure this piece is down and straight. Now you can take that charging handle out and it'll come completely out of there. If you want to. Anyway, put your spring back in. Make sure this flat spot is down when you're putting it back in. And I can imagine soldiers, the Marines, you know, back in the 60s, you know, they had these rifles in basic training. I can imagine them tearing them down 15, 20 times a day, you know, and after a while the tips of your fingers start getting sore, especially when you pulling back on that spring. But anyway, like I said, just think about how many more parts you'd have to lose on this Garand right here. And don't get me wrong, I like the Garand. It's a good rifle. But for practical purposes, you actually be better off with the M14. Like I said, if you had to tear it down, you'd have fewer parts to lose. There's nothing to lose. It's like I said, when you relieve that tension on that spring, your little pin comes back, but it don't come out. It just comes back. There ain't no way you're gonna lose that. So you don't have to worry about losing. Every one of these parts can be lost. You could be out there, you know, the enemy's coming, you know, or they're shooting at you or whatever. It'd be real easy to lose some of these parts. They got a behind the scenes tape, or DVD rather, on Band of Brothers.